Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Highlight Crafts. Welcome to another fabulous hour. We are so pleased that you can join us for this hour because let me tell you, we have got a fantastic, very educational hour coming up for all you guys at home. Now we're talking all things ScanNCut, and of course, who else would I be joined when it comes to ScanNCut than the lovely Mel. Hello, good afternoon.
You alright?
I'm well.
You settling in?
I am. Do you know what? It's weird. I feel like I've been here for years.
I feel like you've never left us.
Never left, yes.
Yeah,
so,
I see.
only day two. Who would have thought? I know.
Well, I said to Emily the other day, how was your first week on? She said, I've been here for 2 weeks. I was like, oh
Dear.
third week this week, right? That's flown by, Emily, hasn't it?
Wow. Well, something else that will be flying by, believe you me, is this hour. Because these hours go super, super quick. And we've got tons lined up for you guys. I know you've got lots of demos lined up.
I have, yeah.
I'm personally looking forward to learning that. Because I have to say, I'm not a pro when it comes to ScanNCut.
Not yet.
So, not yet. I know. The latest obsession, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to learning loads as well as you guys at home learning plenty as well. Now, first of all, I'll start off with some housekeeping. I know we've got a lot of new viewers lately these past few weeks.
Welcome.
Lovely to have you with us. But a little bit of an explainer when it comes to shopping. It's so easy, honestly. I couldn't believe how easy it was. Me being a little bit of a technophobe, I have to say. I hate technology.
Welcome to my world, Lily.
Even I can do it. Even I think it's easy.
I know,
so if
right?
we think it's easy, then believe you me, guys at home, you'll find it a total and utter breeze. Now, a few different ways you can watch with us. You might be watching on Facebook, you might be watching on Instagram, on YouTube, on our website, and you can shop. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, you can actually shop while you're watching, which I think is amazing. You don't have to close down the tab, open another one, miss things in the demo. You can literally shop as you watch. So when it comes to all these items that we've shown you, all you need to do is type in the word shop and then followed by whatever the keyword for every single one of these products is. So for example, if it was shop bundle, you just type that in the comments, then all will happen in your personal messages. You will get a little message just from us saying that here's your link. You click on the link, that link will take you to our website. You'll find that all those goodies that you've added, they're all waiting for you in your basket ready. You don't need to scour the website to find them. They're all there, literally ready and waiting for you guys to check out. But before you check out, we always say, make sure that you're logged into your account, Club Highlight. If you're not a member, then quite frankly, what are you doing? You need to join.
Why have you thought I was bossy?
What are you doing?
Lily, I love that. I love that.
Why would you not?
Exactly that.
It's silliness, quite frankly. So make sure you join.
Love that.
Free to join. Get a discount. You're earning points on every single time you shop. And if you are a member, you only need to spend £35. Only £35 to get your free delivery.
I know.
Which I think is amazing. And honestly, as crafters, £35 nothing, is it
No.
really?
And I signed up to a website the other night. I got 10% off my first order. You get discount off all your orders, which is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, funny. I signed up to one the other day. I thought, oh, brilliant, 10% off my first order.
Yeah.
But it had to be full price items. And what I was buying wasn't.
yeah.
And I thought, brilliant, that's great, isn't it? None of that here. Even our discounted items, you can still get your discount.
Absolutely.
Which I think is crazy because it becomes discount on discount, which is
I know.
madness.
And points back.
Yeah.
I know. We
Can't
do it
go
all
wrong.
here. We're good,
Absolutely.
don't we?
So, as I say, I'll start wagging my finger. Join the Highlight Club before you check out. Make sure you log in. You get all those discounts. If you do want to shop on the website, you will find underneath the show all those items that will be shown you. So that's the first bit of housekeeping. Second bit's a little bit more exciting. It's about spin the wheel. I've already spun the wheel at 10 o'clock. Very exciting. So if you guys at home want to get the chance to win something nice, all you need to do is comment Tuesday.
There you go.
I did remember the day it was. I thought when they told me before, I thought, Lily, remember what day it was?
I know.
And I thought I could come up with it's comment shop Saturday. And everyone was saying, Lily, it's Tuesday.
I know.
I said Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
We're all right.
We're all right.
For now.
Shop, and I always go shop Tuesday. Don't shop Tuesday, just Tuesday.
Just Tuesday.
Right, shall we get stuck in?
Let's do it.
Lovely.
Got
So,
lots to share with you.
On Saturday, myself and Amanda launched the latest flower of the month, and the SVG flew, and I'm not surprised. Wait till you see this. So rather than jumping into Christmas this week, because I wanted to make sure that we've got some really nice samples for you for next week and lots of inspiration, lots of good demos, I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring this back because I didn't want it to get lost on our server because it's too beautiful for that. And the deal is phenomenal. Right, so first of all, Shop Digital, what are you going to get for that? So you're going to get your flower of the month, the Chrysanthemum. Just been discussing, can you imagine typing that in as a word, right?
No, I can barely say it, let alone spell it.
So what we do is we give you all the coloured artwork, our reflections, as regular reflections and reverse reflections, so you can put them back to back. Then we give you all three of the flowers, so the over the edge, the builder bouquet and the stems, in 3 different sizes. So we give you the original, then a smaller and a larger, or a larger and an extra large version, depending on what that artwork calls for. Then we also give you decoupage layers. So you get all your decoupage, so you don't need to cut them out and start snipping into them. You get the decoupage layers as well. And then we also give you the detailed designs. Now these are what we're going to be using today, because we're going to be foiling on top of our reflections, which looks amazing, Lily.
I can't wait for that.
So you're going to get all of those. Now remember, you can draw them, you can foil them, you can emboss them, you can paper pierce them, you can also cut them, obviously. But yeah, brilliant opportunity to get that. So that is that $9.99 by itself, Lewis? I think it is, isn't it?
Yes.
$9.99 by itself. Now, Minecraft Studio is $8.99 by itself, okay? So you're already at £19 worth of value and you're paying $14.99. So you're going to get your overlays. So you've got your different overlays in here. Now, these are transparent, so they'll go over the top of your other papers, blend in with them. They'll be beautiful on printed acetate, something like that. Even printed on the vellum that we've got on the show. They would look lovely on that, so you're getting those. Then you're going to get all your coloured backgrounds. So we colour pick from the artwork to make sure that everything matches. So there's no, oh yeah, that green will do. You've got the exact green, which is brilliant. Then you're going to get your reflections for your dies. Obviously, that's not relevant for us. You will get your reflections as a download. Then we've got all of these different colourways. How beautiful are these? Now, we do a product, Lily, called Sospeso Trasparente. That's something to get you. Well, I've practiced. It's those flowers up there. So if you have a look on that shelf up there, it's those. So you cut them out. They're on a film. You cut them out. You heat them over a tea light and shape them.
Okay.
But you can also do your own. So you can print these off on rice paper, put it on the back of a clear film of Sospeso, cut them out and then mould them. So every flower that we've ever brought you on Minecraft Studio, you can now use with that product.
Wow.
It's brilliant. You'll love it, and it's the easiest thing ever.
Oh, I can't wait to try it now.
I know, it's amazing. Then you're also going to get these. So you've got the flower heads with the buds and the foliage separate. Love that. And then you're also going to get your digi-stamps in there as well. So all of that lot, you're getting your Micro Studio worth $8.99, your digital SVG files worth $9.99, both together for $14.99. So you've got a really good saving on that. But here's the thing. We're going to throw this download in for free, worth $4.99. So now, you know, after your club discount, you're not paying for your SVG files.
Wow.
Which is amazing, isn't
Blimey.
it?
You think how much you get for those and the opportunities to resize.
Absolutely.
3 different flowers, blimey. It almost goes on and on and on.
Oh, it never stops.
Yeah,
a bit like
endless.
me. Right, so you're getting all of that lot. That is Shop Dreamy. $14.99. Don't miss out on that one. Right, I'm going to bring some card in to show you, Lily.
Let's have a look.
Shall I bring it?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it.
Bring it over.
Because this card is lovely. Now I have to remember exactly what we get now. It's 4 kilos. It's a lot of card.
And if you're spending over £35, we'll ship that out for nothing. Blimey.
Told you we're good here. Right, now then, this is cream card. So the code for this is Shop Cream. Now, it's a very, very, very soft cream. If I put this next to white, you can see there is a difference, but it's not huge. It's not a yellowy creamy. It's a beautiful, soft, I'm going to say like a clotted cream.
Yes, yeah.
You like clotted cream, don't you?
Yeah. On my scones.
And your
on the
scones.
afternoon tea.
I know, that's how I kept up with you. I was like, she's off having afternoon tea again
Again,
today. I love it. Right, so in the box, you're going to get 30 A5. You're going to get 30 12 by 12.
Fab. Love me
And this
12
is
as
300 GSM.
well.
You're going to get 60 of your A4. And then you're also going to get 30 of your A3.
Wow.
All of that for $29.99. Now, when we're doing the techniques that I'm going to do in this hour, so we're going to foil, pierce and then cut out, and also the technique that I did this morning where we put a half cut on and we cut the chrysanthemum into a piece of card. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the card that I used. You need a really good quality card to be able to do that, because otherwise your blade's going to go through it, or it's going to flick the top layer back. If it's a layered card, so it's a card that's got lots of layers to it, quite fibrous, that's what will happen. Right, so that one is your cream. You give them the details, Lily, while I grab
shop
this
cream,
one.
if you want to go for 4 kilos worth of cardstock, I mean, that's going to keep you going for quite a long time.
Just a little while.
Incredible price on that one, $29.99 for all of that cardstock. So shop cream for that one.
Squidgy in, love.
Oof, should I move over?
Yeah, I'll do it here. We'll do it here. Right,
Wow.
now then. This is a deal and a half, this one. So, this is called stucco. Now, it's really difficult to show you this on camera because it has this very, very, very slight finish to it. And it looks like, you know, if you've ever had a wall plastered and they do some areas that are slightly shinier than others, that's what this looks like. So in here, you're going to get 30 12 by 12, 30 A5, 60 A4, and 30 A3. Again, $29.99. Now, the reason I've put the cream one on and this is if you're going to do your foiling, because this has got a slight finish to it, you want the regular cream one. If for anything else, inking, etc., you can use this, but the foil, it almost acts as a slight resist.
Okay.
So we're making sure that you're getting the right one. Now then, Lily.
Right.
Welcome to DIY Tape Doctor.
Oh, wow.
So,
Blimey,
in each one of these, right, you get this included for $29.99. So you get your stucco card and all this. Wait a minute. So in each one of these, you're going to get 3 rolls. So you get a 1/4 inch roll, a 1/2 inch roll, and a 1 inch roll.
Wow.
There's 84 foot on each roll.
On each? Oh my God. Frankly, I don't want to do the maths.
So that's 84 12 by 12, 3 times. That'll cover that. And you're getting 6 sets.
Wow. My goodness, that's
I know,
incredible, isn't it?
right?
So 18 rolls of tape?
18 rolls of tape.
With all the cards?
Yes, $29.99. I know,
Wow.
Lily. See?
That's got to be a must-have. I mean, we need cards.
Well, the cards are beautiful quality
Yeah.
as well. It's a really nice weight. Listen. Just feel that.
That's lovely,
Lovely, isn't it?
That's really unusual as well, the way
Yeah.
it's got almost... I don't even want to say texture. Oh, I could look at this all day.
I love an analogy, and the only analogy I could come up with, you know when a snail leaves a trail? It's right though, isn't it? Isn't it? It's like that, right?
Yeah.
But in the nicest possible way.
Oh, it's lovely because it's not shiny.
No.
But it's just got a little bit of something
It
that
has.
sort of gives it... Oh,
A lift. It's good that, isn't it?
oh, it's beautiful.
Right, so you take your choices. Right, now then, I'm going to go through these starter kits with you, and then we're going to go into demo because I want to get stuff done today. So first of all, your foiling kit, right? This is what we're going to use first of all. So the foiling transfer kit, you can use it on all your ScanNCuts, doesn't matter which one you've got. If you're upgrading to an SDX from a CM, you don't need to rebuy this. It will go into your SDX from your CM. It's no different. So in here, you're going to get your blue sheet, which burnishes. You're going to get 2 pieces of foil, a silver and a gold. You're going to get an activation code for Canvas Workspace, which gives you extra designs. You're going to get your little holder that the pen goes in, which is a glue pen. And then you get your 2 little burnishes, just so that you know they're exactly the same. It's in case you lose one. Yep, I know, they're on it, aren't they? And then you've also got this little piece of polymer that will pick up any stray bits of foil. So all of that is included, but you can foil any design. You can also fill it, so it will colour in.
Oh, wow.
So you could have a solid block of foil if that's what you wanted to do, and work out which of your foils work with adhesive. It's not about whether it's for toner or whether it's a heat one, it's just which foils work with adhesive, and that's the one that you need. So Shop Foil is going to get you that for $43.99 before your discount.
Wow.
Good that, isn't it?
Yeah. Question on the SDX.
Yes.
Do you have a straight line built into the magnet?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just thinking, with your foiling kit, you could create your faux mats and layers. You could create like your frames, your borders.
Absolutely.
And if you think about postage,
Yes.
rather than doing all your mats and layers, because we all know mats and layers, they build up the weight.
Yeah.
Do it as a faux.
I'll show you how to do a faux mat layer on ScanNCut. It's good that. You do it with your dies as well. Right, embossing starter kit next. So I went to Brother and said, right, we need something for our parchment friends, for those that can't manage it anymore because of dexterity, or those that just want to practice, because the most frustrating thing is listening to a class of people doing pergamano and going there near them saying, oh no, I've put the line in the wrong place. I've just done all that and now it's in the wrong place. So we're bringing you the embossing starter kit. Now, I know a lot of you will have these because they've been out for quite a long time, but this is brilliant. So inside here, you're going to get this white mat here, and it looks really just like a piece of white card, right? It's brilliant. It's like a very thin sheet of memory foam. So as the embossing ball tool goes into the parchment, it has somewhere to stretch into. Because if you try using a ball tool on a piece of card without anything to push it into, you just get a shiny line. There's no two ways about it. So you need a proper mat to be able to emboss onto. And that comes in the form of that little thin memory foam sheet. I don't think it is memory foam, but that's what it reminds me of. You get a sheet of copper and a sheet of silver craft metal. You also get your holder and 2 different ball tools, and you also get an activation card in there as well for your patterns in there. So all of that little lot coming to you today for Lily.
Oh, let me have a look. $65.99.
Yep.
Shop in Boss if you want to go for that one. Fabulous.
And then this is my favourite at the moment. This is brilliant. Look at this. Look at these, Lily. Look at those. Let's show
these
friends
are
at home.
absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that.
Isn't that stunning?
That is incredible. I mean, it looks like you spent hour upon hour upon hour doing that by hand. That painstaking level of detail is incredible. How about onto some of your slightly darker mediums there? If I catch that in the light, there you go. You can see all of that gorgeous pin dot detail. Incredible. How about bringing that alongside some of your decoupage that you might have already in your crafty stash? Just makes that gorgeous background there, and as it catches in the light, it's nice and subtle. It's not really overpowering, but it gives that lovely level of detail that just looks so super luxurious. And
Fabulous, aren't they?
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Now that one, I did a thing, Lily.
Oh, not another thing.
You know when I do my thing?
Did a thing.
So that one is embossed and then pierced inside.
Oh my gosh, it is. Let's look at it closer next time.
Right.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Did a thing. When I
Wow.
do a thing, I do a happy dance.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
That must
it's a
have been a
thing.
super happy dance.
It
that
was
one.
a super happy dance.
Love that.
It's good,
Wow.
that, isn't it?
Yeah, got to get that one in your basket.
Now,
Yeah, like
the
that.
piercing starter kit is only for SDX users. I know, I got cross about it too. I hear you, and I had a proper rant. In
Did you
fact,
hurt your finger?
oh no, I didn't. I did the look. That look.
Oh no.
I went to see brother, and Jeff, who was the managing manager at the time, and he went, I don't know how to tell you this.
Oh no.
He said, I've been
never
building
good.
myself up. So, but there is a reason, okay? If there wasn't a reason, I'd have been cross, but there is a reason. So because of the thickness of the rubber mat that the needle has to pierce into, because on the SDX you can lift the back rollers, it will go through smoothly. On a CM, you can't lift the back rollers, so it catches the scanner unit at the back. So I was like, okay, fine, because I fight your corner all the time. So that's why. But the piercing kit is absolutely fabulous. I mean, for Christmas, a snowflake background on vellum, and then your beautiful accents on top. That's all you're going to need, and the machine will do it all for you. It is fabulous, absolutely brilliant. I would highly recommend that. Now, when this stock that we've got in the warehouse is gone, it's going to be another 4 to 6 weeks before we can get it back in stock. So if you're serious and you're thinking about it, please don't hesitate with that one. Okay, right. We're just going to read the start comments. It's all right, I'm just going to tell them anyway. Don't comment on Lily's mic, we're sorting it out. Right, come with me.
His mic's always too quiet. Come on then.
Right, let's start at the beginning. So my plan is, right, I'm going to make a 5x7 card, and it's going to have a frame that goes around the outside edge, but I want to cut it out, but I also want to foil on it, and I also want to paper pierce on it.
Don't want much, do you?
No, I don't want much. Just
Go
the
on,
moon
then.
on a stick, Lily, is what I want. The moon on a stick. Oh, me and you are going to have a lot of fun.
We are.
It's cheeky,
We
isn't she? I
certainly are.
like it. It's like me. Right, so we're going to start with the square. All right,
Right.
and I'm doing this in Canvas Workspace just because if you have an SDX, you can create an offset line on your machine. But if you don't, if you have a CM machine, this is how you do it. And I'm never going to leave the CM customers behind because without you, we wouldn't have an SDX. So I brought on a square, and it's 3.94 inches. So first thing I'm going to do is go into the properties. So what is that made up of? And I'm going to change the height and the width. Now, if this box was ticked, that's like your aspect ratio working. So it would scale in the correct ratio for you. I don't want it to do that because I want to change the size. So you just untick the box. So I'm going to start with a 7 inches high and 5 inches wide. So we're going to enter that like that.
Okay.
And you've got your rectangle. Okay. Now what I want to do is create a smaller version of that because I want one that's 6 by 4. Now if I create an inward offset line, it will start to curve the edges.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it slightly differently. So we're going to go to edit and duplicate it, which is that one. So I've now got 2. And then I'm just going to resize this one to the size that I want it to be. So we click on properties. It's going to be 6 inches high because I want a 1/2 inch frame all the way around the outside edge by 4. Lewis, can you do me a favour, love, and just put the icon on for me, please? Thank you. We don't try and hide anything here, Lily. We're just like, see icon and I'm melting. Right, so first things first, we're going to put one inside of the other. Okay, so we're going to go to edit and our alignment function. So wherever the straight line is, left, middle, right, top, centrally, horizontally, and the bottom, that's where it's going to align them to. So I want to align it centrally, vertically. Yeah. And then go back and align it centrally, horizontally. So I now know that they're in exactly the right place.
Amazing.
Perfect frame.
Think about doing that with nesting dies. As accurate as you are, my goodness me, it's impossible to get it bang on.
It is.
Impossible.
And it's really annoying.
It always is.
Because that's what you see on the card.
Yeah,
right?
all you see.
Right, so whilst that's selected, I'm going to go to edit and I'm going to duplicate that because now what we're going to do is create a frame that we're going to paper pierce. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move that one over here. And while I've just got that selected, I'm actually going to group it and I'm going to set it in properties as a cutting only line. Right, so if I asked it to draw, it will disappear from the screen. Okay. On my ScanNCut. So it knows now that the only thing it's ever going to do with that is cut it. Okay. So we'll move that out of the way over there and bring this one in. So first thing I'm going to do here is this is, let me think, what have I done, 6 by 5? No, I don't want that, do I? Do I want that? Oh, Melanie. Yeah, no, I'm right. It's all right. I've got 2 million things going on in my head. Right, so what I want to do is create a 2 millimeter inward offset line. So to do that, we're going to go to edit. We go to edit in here, and then we create this, which is your offset line. And right now, it's all in inches. So to change it, you're going to go to view, and we're going to switch it into millimeters now. So now when I click off that and click on it again, it's now in millimeters. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go to edit and I'm going to create a 2 millimeter inward offset line. So just slide that over to 2 millimeters, go inward and delete the original. Right. Okay. So that's already selected. So when I press OK, it's going to get rid of the original and leave me with that one. Now when I click on this one, the ScanNCut sees this as the smaller rectangle with the bigger one sat on top. It doesn't see it like an aperture like we see it. Right. Okay. So I need to right click and send that big rectangle to the back. And then when I click on the inside, I can get to that one. Right. Okay. So now I want to make this one bigger. Okay, because it's got to sit inside that original frame. So again, we're going to go to edit. We're going to go to offset, and this time we're going to create 2 millimeter outward offset line and delete the original. So now that's my file for my piercing. Okay. Yep. And you can see on this one, on the smaller one there, it started to just round that curve. I quite like that. Yeah, so I'm going to keep that as a feature. So now we're going to grab both of those and we're going to duplicate that because we need another layer yet because I want it all today. Lily said, don't want much. Right, so we're going to click off that one. We're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to create edit and we're going to create a 2 millimeter inward. Is there anything coming out of that aircon, Lewis? Because it's blinking warm. Right, so that's created that one. Sure? Yep. Okay.
Just have to trust.
Just have to trust, I know. Right, let me just do that again because I'm not sure that I got that right. We're thinking about how hot I am. Right, let's duplicate that. Melting. Right, so let's click off this. We're going to click on the outside one and we're going to create a 2 millimeter inward offset line. Now I can hear it. That's better, thank you. Yeah, that'll help. 2 millimeter inward offset line, so that's smaller. There we go. Send it to the back, remember, because it sees it sat on top. So we're going to send it to the back. Then we're going to click on the top one and we're going to create, oh, that's nice. Oh, I can just stay here all day, please. 2 millimeter outward offset line. and delete the original. So now I have 3 different frames. So this one's going to be cut, this one's going to be pierced, and this one is going to be foiled.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is grab both of those, go to edit and group them. So I've got 3 separate pieces. So again, that one, edit and group it. And I'm going to leave that one as it is, and I'm going to set this one as a drawing only line, because when it comes to foil, the foiling barcode that's on the back of the unit that the embossing tool goes in or the pen goes in is the same as a universal pen holder. So I can set this as drawing and it will know what I need it to do, because it'll know there's a pen in there. So I'm going to set that one as a drawing line only. I've got this one set as a cutting line only already, and that one I'm going to use as a paper pierce when we get into there. So I'm going to try something a bit different. I'm going to try foiling on top of this mat. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but we'll find out live. We will, because I like doing stuff like that. So if I now then look at this lily, we were talking earlier on, weren't we, about how difficult it is to line dies up when you've got a aperture and then you want a matte layer to go on top. So if I select everything now on the screen and align this centrally vertically and centrally horizontally, it all just sits perfectly on top of each other.
Blimey, the precision of that is...
It's amazing, isn't it?
Incredible, yeah, gosh.
It's good. Right, so I'm going to move these over. So I just wanted you to see that so that you can see where we're going with it. How have I managed to get all those? Oh, I know, because I've done it before and didn't delete it off, that's why. I thought there was some kind of mystical, magical stuff going on there. Right, so download. Now, normally I would send this wirelessly to my machine, but I've got too many machines linked to my Canvas account. Surprise, surprise.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to download it the way you would if you didn't have a Wi-Fi enabled machine. So you're just going to click download to PC. You'll see a little arrow fly up the side of your screen, and then when you click on the folder and open this up, it will open up in your computer. Now at this point you can name it. Okay, so I've got over the edge mom, that I want to rename this. So if I right click on that, I can go down here and rename it. So I can do that. So I'll just put frames. Oh, spell it right without Mel. Frames, and then enter. So that's that. And then if you right click it again, it will give you the option to send to, and you send it to your USB.
Okay.
And then while you're in here, and I'm going to say this so that you don't pick up my bad habit, I'm going to right click on the USB drive and eject it properly.
Wow. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah.
I'm really bad for that. And then I'll put the USB in and it's like, no, can't fit anything else on. I'm like, but you're empty, and it's corrupted, so it's my own fault.
Dear.
Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to set it up to start with the foiling first. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like foiling on top of here. I can't see that it will be much different, just because, I mean, this is sticky. How clever is that?
Wow.
It's brilliant. It's like a sheet of black polymer. But the reason I wanted it black, because the brother were like, why do you want it black? I said, because if I'm putting vellum on with the white work and I put it on a regular mat, you won't see it.
Yeah.
On black, you'll see it. Yeah. So first things first, because I know I'm also going to paper pierce it. I'm sure I picked up some stencil spray before. It did. It's down here. Thought I had. So when you're paper piercing on here, because it's a needle and it's going in and then pulling up, sometimes it can lift your card a little bit. Okay. Doesn't happen with the foiling or cutting, but it does with the paper piercing. So because we're doing all 3, I'm going to put a little bit on the back. Now the stencil spray, Lily, is brilliant.
Do you know what? I've tried it this morning. Oh,
it's
my
like
goodness.
A super fine hairspray.
It's so easy to use.
And no stringing.
None of the stringing.
None of that.
When you peel it away, it doesn't take half your cardstock up with you. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff,
really
isn't
good
it?
Stuff, yeah.
Really good. So I'm going to give this a waft. You have to waft while you wait. This is a David thing, right? To waft.
I can imagine him doing that.
It's hilarious. I love working with David. He's hilarious. But I'm glad you're back, Lily.
Oh, do you know what? I am delighted to be back. And like I say, it feels like I've never been away.
I know, right?
It's bizarre, yeah.
Quite a lot of similar faces. There's new
yeah.
faces, but they're new to all of us.
Yeah. And you feel how long they've
feel
been
quite old when I walk in now. Right, we've got questions and comments on the iPad, Lily.
Right.
So, right, I'm just going to set this up first of all, and then we'll do those questions. So, foiling pen, right? When you've got your pen in here, and it's got numbers from 1 all the way down to 4 at the bottom. the machine will prompt you to tell it where the level of glue is. Always just get it running first, like that, okay? Just get it moving. And then all you're going to do is take your little holder that comes in with your kit, put your pen in so the numbers are facing forward, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. So we're going to take the blade out and we're going to pop this in instead. So just let that drop in and then push that down. Right, so next thing now, I need to retrieve that file from the USB that we've just done. So if I go to retrieve data from the USB, we're going to scroll down until we find the file that says frames. Hoping that's the right one, because I've done this a few times this morning. And then we're going to have all of these. So oh no, this isn't the right one. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Right, so first things first, we're going to do a little bit of editing with this. So we know that that one there, I have to start working on this angle because it's not good for the screen. That one there is a cutting only line. So the way to check it, if I do this and press please select and draw, there'll be two of them, right? Because the piercing one at the moment isn't set to pierce, so it thinks it can either cut it or draw it. So that's a good way to check it. So that one's a cutting only line because it disappeared. This one we're going to set as piercing. So if we click on the one that we want to, go to edit and object edit, and this little tool here gives you a piercing function. We're going to put the dot on and I'm going to set it. Let me just go into resize and flip 2 millimeters and then I can see the distance. So on the piercing, we're going to set it with 1.2, let's do 1.4 millimeters in between each dot. That's how accurate it is.
Wow.
Right?
Gosh.
So if you wanted to do your snipping with your scissors, with your Pergamon scissors, you'd work out the distance that you need and then set it accordingly.
Wow.
So we've got that now. So now we've got that one that's set to pierce and this one is set to draw. So if I multiple select everything now, press OK, go to my directional arrow buttons because I'm moving the shapes, go to alignment at the top and we're going to align it centrally vertically and centrally horizontally and press OK, and I'm going to move the whole thing up here, okay, like that. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to ask it to please select and draw first of all, and that's the only frame that comes up because that's the only one that's set to draw. That's how clever it is. So you can really, 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 really get to grips with that. I am going to ask Brother if they can put a piercing only one on. So drawing only, drawing or cutting, cutting only. I'm going to see if they will do a piercing one because that'll be really cool. Because then you could set certain elements here and there and everywhere to do it. Right, so let's start now. On my draw here, I've got my draw speed on 3. I'm actually going to take that down slightly because I want it to just be slow because it's only a thin line. I want to make sure we capture that. And then my foil pressure I'm going to take up to 2 as well. So that's the amount of pressure that the machine's going to put on that pen. And then we just press start. Now it's prompting me to lift this lever. Underneath here, inside here, there are 3 little rollers that take your mat in. They're called the back rollers. On an STX, you can lift the back rollers. So now I can scan in and it's not going to catch anything. So and it prompts you on the screen. That's how clever it is. So now I'm going to press OK and we're going to press start and it's going to draw that for me. Right, my lovely, we've got questions.
Right, we've got a few comments to read out. We've got one here coming from Audrey saying, I'm still here. She's been spending today.
Have you, Audrey?
Oh, she's got ScanNCut add-ons, the piercing starter kit, the foil transfer kit, the embossing kit and extra blades, etc.
Wow, Audrey.
I know.
That's amazing.
I know. Can't be on the naughty step, but it's not accountable to anyone, so I'm having a lovely day.
I love that.
That's fab.
Good for you.
We definitely
right, I'm going to do that again, just because I think it needs another go round. I just want to make sure that it's right. So we're going to do this again, and this time I'm going to I wonder if I can do, no, I'm going to take my pressure up a little bit. So scale on glue pen is on 2. Glue pressure I'm going to take up to 4, and glue amount adjustment. So I can control the flow of that glue.
Wow.
On a machine that's under £250, right? Before your club discount. I know. So I'm going to make it a bit more glue. And we're going to press OK. And then I'm going to foil glue it. Why is it not doing that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Why are you not doing that then? My mat's loaded. Press OK. Processing. What have I not done? I've loaded the mat. Mat's in. Okay, let's think about this one again then. Let's go. OK. Please select foil glue. OK. It's on 4. All right, I'm going to unload the mat and see what we're doing wrong because there's something not right. Let's load it again and let's try it again. It'll be something I've done, I'll guarantee that. I wonder if it's because it's on this mat. I bet that's what it is. Right, so what we're going to do is draw instead because it's not getting away with it. That's why. Okay, so the reason that it didn't was because I asked it to foil and it's on the piercing mat. So now we have to kid it into thinking that it's not. There you go. See, it's always a reason. That'll be why that's a better line. I can see that better now. Right, so when this glue comes out, it will be blue.
Okay.
You're going to leave it until it goes completely clear. Audrey, I'm so excited for you because you're going to love this when you get it home. It's fabulous. Right, I'm just going to give this a waft, and just get it tacky. You can undo it, but when you're doing frame in frame, I wouldn't advise it. Right, have we got any more while I'm doing
question. Alison is saying, I'm in Christmas mode. Aren't we all, despite the weather? A little bit bizarre. Can the cream A4 card go through the printer with Minecraft Studio Designs? Will the print be okay?
It depends on your printer. I'm going to say that's probably 280 to 300, so it depends on what your printer will take. That's the answer to that. It will print beautifully, but it depends. If you need to check your manufacturer's advice on that one on your printer. I've had it through hours, but I don't want to kill your printer off because then I might be in a bit of trouble.
And then Marie's saying, question please,
Marie.
Mel,
Yes?
does the SDXTL automatically realign the cutting because mine seems to be a fraction out?
You need to do a ScanNCut in position adjustment. I'll show you that in a little while. It's built into your machine and it's super, super easy to do. So if we get this done now, if I don't show you now, I'll show you at 6 o'clock, but all you need is a piece of 12 by 12 white cardstock. And in your settings, so on your home screen, when you go into the spanner, keep scrolling down until you see scanning, cutting, position, alignment. Click on that, put your white piece of card on there, and it will do it for you. It automatically realigns it for you. And then all you need to do, and it's not clean and crisp, so you get a crosshatch and a little red dot in the middle. If you think it's in the middle, press yes. If you think it isn't, press no, and it will go through the process again. That used to be something you had to send your ScanNCut back for, but I think they got so sick of people sending them back that they just went, you know what, we'll put it on as a feature. So yes, that's what you do. If it's cutting slightly out, that will be why. It just needs, you know, all computers, don't they? They need a little bit of a reset at some point. That's all you're doing, you're just resetting it. Right, now what you'll notice I haven't done is taken this out of the machine because I've got other things that I want to line up. So I'm just going to lay my foil over the top like that and give it a press down. I'm then going to go in with the blue sheet. So this blue sheet is your burnishing sheet. Put it on so that the Brother logo is facing forward, and then you're going to take some low-tack masking tape, and this is the only time that I'm going to say put masking tape near your machine. So if it gets wrapped around the rollers, you're in trouble. So we're going to tape this just onto the card. I'm not going over the edge, I'm not going onto the black area there. I'm going to bend that little bit back because I don't want that getting involved. In fact, I'm going to cut it up, cut it off. And now this is going to burnish that foil onto there. So come on, off you come. Oh, Melanie, you make it really hard for yourself there, don't you? Right, that'll do for now. Right, so now what we do is we take the pen out. So just press the little silver button, take that out, pop your lid back on. You'll hear it click. Listen, don't just do that. Click it. And then your little burnishing tool just pushes in the bottom.
Oh, easy as that.
And now it's going to do what a printer would do because it's just going to go backwards and forwards. So now all we do is press please select. Now then, will it let me foil? It might not let me do this bit. I hadn't thought about that bit. You know what, we'll try it and see. Please let it work. Yes, it is. Oh no, it won't let me start it. Right, so if that happens, we're going to do it manually because I'm not going to be beaten by a machine. That's because it's on a different mat. Right, so we're going to burnish over here. Let's have a look, see if we can get this to... Might have gone a bit dry by now. Oh, there we are. There it is. So we're going to burnish with our finger. It might let me do it. It might not. Little devil, honestly. I didn't think that bit through. Never crossed my mind that it wouldn't let me. Because I can cut on the mat, and I can emboss on the mat. You see how we haven't got quite enough glue. Right, all right, well, we're going to do that again then. So, the different way to do it, let's think about this. Let's go back. I'm going to think about what I need to do with this. Right, so, I'm going to foil it on a normal mat, pick it up and put it over here. That's what I'm going to do. So, let's get this off here for a start. And if this is happening, bend your mat back, not your card. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it. Right, we're going to do it a slightly different way. This is good because we're learning now. Because now we know that even though it will let you emboss on here, it doesn't like the foil on it. So that's interesting for a start off. Right, so let's try this again. Let's get this on here and this time we can foil it.
Well, that's what you do, isn't it? When you get a brand new machine home, you try it out. You don't just do the things that you know are going to work.
No.
You're not going to learn anything doing things that way. So push it,
push
have
it.
A go.
Absolutely.
Can happen, really.
See what it does and see what it doesn't do, and then ring brother and went, right, I need your machine to be able to do this, please. Because I think that's probably what will happen. I'll probably ring them and I'll go, right, so I'm trying to do this and it won't let me do it. So what do I need to do to make me do it? Because I do that all the time. I'm sure they're sick of me. Right, we're going to load this in. Right, we'll do the foiling the proper way now on the proper mat. So we're going to put this in again. We've got any more questions, Lily?
We've not, but the tip that you gave in terms of the repositioning the plate, Marie's reply, she says, thanks Mel, she's found it. We had somebody as well, I can't find the comment anymore, saying they've printed onto the stucco. Oh yes, here it is. Lorraine is saying, I put the stucco card through my Canon printer, it's fab.
There you are, perfect.
So, there you go.
There you go. Right, so please select, now this time we can foil. So we're going to tell it that the level is at 2, because it is. We're then going to go into our settings and we can start to adjust. So the scale on the pen is on 2, the glue pressure is on 4, and I'm going to allow it to put quite a bit of glue out. There we go. And then we're going to press start. And then what I'm going to do is take this off, because I know it's lined in exactly the same place. As long as I don't lose that, you move that file on the screen, when I put it on the other one, it should be the same, but we can always scan it in to check.
Great.
So there we go. So it's now drawing this out.
That's why we love having a scanner, right?
This is why you need a scanner in a cutting machine.
Who would have thought?
Well, I was the first one to go, why do you need a scanner in a cutting machine? That's ridiculous. No, I wouldn't buy one without it. Right, let me talk to you about the deal that we've got on this, because we've got 2 different ones for you. If you're somebody that's been looking at an SDX and thinking, yeah, I think I need that in my life, then we've got an amazing deal for you. Well, we've got 2 amazing deals. So I've been trying to get brother to do a machine under £300 for a while, and they're like, no, can't do it, absolutely categorically not. Anyway, they came back a few weeks ago and said, you know what, we can do it with the tattered lace one. So I was like, brilliant. So inside your box, you're going to get 2 standard mats, your auto blade and the housing, and then you're also going to get your stylus and your spatula, okay? So everything that you need to get started, you just add card. Inside the machine's memory, there's 682 different images, icons, shapes, phrases, etc. that you can resize a minimum, I'm going to say, of 250 different sizes.
Wow.
Then you've also got 7 full fonts, so uppercase, lowercase, numbers and punctuation. And then you've also got 100 quilt blocks on there as well. So if you're a quilter, this is amazing, because it does all that boring bit for you and it does it accurately. Then via the Artspira app, which is the Brother app, and without having to sign up to the subscription, you can access 90 tattered lace designs. Okay, so you'll have to send them from the Artspira app to the machine, but you can absolutely do that. So you're getting a huge amount of content. Now, we had a couple of people message in during the shows the other week and say, I bought it, I was a little bit worried about the smaller screen because my eyesight's not great. Emailed back in and went, actually, it's not a problem whatsoever. And it means that you can get a tattered lace SDX with full Wi-Fi connectivity and full auto blade connectivity or functionality for $249.99. No, you didn't mishear me. $249.99, which is incredible. If you think about a die cutting machine, our Pro Cut at full price is $170. There's not that much different, and you're getting all that content, which is just amazing. Now, we do have another option for you. If you would like it with the Tattered Lace digital subscription, so the 2 years worth that we did, where you got every single file for every single project. This is one of them printed off. There's almost 1,000 classes. You get all the printable artwork, all the cutting files. You can turn to any page in that magazine and make that card. And you can get that with the Tattered Lace machine for $299.99. So you make your choice. You can also get that separately for $149.99. So the best way to learn your machine is to use it. The most fun way to use it is to make a project. You've got 2 years worth if that's what you decide to do. It's brilliant. You will not regret buying a ScanNCut because it's just fabulous. And 9.5 years it is since we launched it. No 9.5 years on, I'm still finding new things that I can do.
I was going to ask you how long it's been, but blimey,
9.5 years. I'm just going to send this glue pen round again, just because I want a little bit more glue. So we're going to foil with the glue again. I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to take the amount that it's putting out up a little bit. So glue adjustment up to full. Right, and then we'll let it do it because I just waited a bit too long. I don't mind if it's a bit shabby because we're just working on a thin line, and it's a ball pen that's putting it down. Sometimes you get a little bit of a shabby look, but we'll see what we get. It's all right. And I'm letting it taking its time and doing it. And it's doing it in sections, look.
Aww.
Do you know why it does it like that? Because it draws from the bottom up. So if you've got a CM machine and you can't lift those back rollers, it draws it from the bottom up. Right. It's really clever, really clever. Right, Lily, do you want to recap the chrysanthemum?
Certainly will.
And then I'll grab myself a little drink.
Lovely.
And then we'll do this when we come back.
Absolutely right. So I shall recap with you guys at home this fantastic Flower of the Month collection that we've got for you all. This launched only on Saturday, and it's already proving super, super popular. And when I show you everything that you're getting as part of this fantastic deal, I'm sure you can all see why it's so popular as well. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the gorgeous florals themselves. Now these are all SVG cutting files, and as you can see here, we're getting 3 of the different styles of flower. You've got that lovely sort of a couple of sprigs there of your chrysanthemums. You get your over the edge concept there as well, which allows you to create all those gorgeous concept style cards, and you get your beautiful builder bouquet as well with all those individual components. So as the name suggests, you can really start to build up your own floral designs, whether it's going to be a wreath, whether it's going to be a stem, whether it's going to be a bouquet. You've got lots of different options. Now it's not just about those 3 different sizes, you are getting different sizes of each and every single one of those florals. So 3 different sizes of each, giving you tons and tons of options for smaller projects, larger projects, home decor, card making. It's all covered with this fantastic collection. So that's your SVG cutting files. And then we move on to our fantastic Minecraft Studio elements of this collection. Now you're getting your Christmas. If you do have the coordinating dies, you can use that alongside. If you're using the SVG that's coming as part of this collection, that does come the download as a reflection download if you want to go for that one. And then we move on to our beautiful backing papers. Now these are almost like, I was going to say solid colour cardstock, but it's not quite that. It's a little bit more special because if we see on this design here, you got that lovely, almost like a filigree design down the edge there. It just gives it a little bit more interest rather than it just being a flat solid colour. It's going to add that little bit more detail to your project. So every single one of those colours are going to work perfectly. If I bring back in the reflections of all those gorgeous flowers, you can see how all those colourways are mixing and matching perfectly to give you that gorgeous colour coordination in all your projects. And then we have some of the lovely overlays as well that you can be using as your backing papers to get everything coordinating perfectly. And then we move on to all of our sort of digital style elements. So if you want to group these together, build those bouquets sort of digitally, then absolutely you can do that. But there's nothing stopping you printing these out multiple times perhaps, cutting in some, decoupaging them up and having lots of fun with all those different gorgeous designs. You can see more of the florals there in all those different colourways, right the way from the really bold reds all the way down to those beautiful muted tones that you can see with that gorgeous flower there. And then finally we have all those lovely downloads. You can be colouring these using using your pens with all that digital stamp sort of look and feel to these, or you could even be bringing in some of your foils as well. Absolutely gorgeous. But if you're going for that main bundle, you'll see the details on your screen there. Shop digital. You are getting that little freebie as well. As if that wasn't enough as it is already, I'm going to bring you some more gorgeous backing papers, and these are absolutely stunning. How bright and bold are those colourways? Just absolutely gorgeous. Those all over floral designs filling each and every single one of these pages. Now, with these being digital, of course you could print them tiny like this. It could be little toppers for your cards that you're making with these, or it could be blown up all the way up to A3 size, perhaps onto some of your A3 rice papers as well. That would look absolutely amazing, and actually freebie as part of the collection. So if you're wanting your SVGs, your digital elements, your downloads as well, all of that for an amazing price, $14.99. All you need to do for that one is just click on Shop Digital in the comments, and that'll be added to your basket. A great one to go for. I'm sure a lot of you guys at home will be collecting all your different flowers of the month, and that's a perfect opportunity to get yours in a SVG format, giving you all of that different versatility when it comes to your ScanNCut machine. So that's your fantastic chrysanthemum. I will show you a couple of samples here, just so you can see how gorgeous these look when we actually bring them onto some of our finished projects. So you can see they're all cascading over the edge of the card, built up with the layers there. And what you do get as well with your SVG, you do get the decoupage layers. So it's not just about those flat flowers. You can start to really bring these to life with all that dimension, all that incredible 3D detail. It looks amazing on your cards. However, those are quite 3D, but if you want something a little bit quicker, a little bit easier, great for posting, this is literally a flat card. It's just one piece of card that's been used to make this particular card, using those Minecraft Studio digital elements to start to build together that gorgeous sort of design we've got there, bringing in some of your sentiments. Very quick and easy card, but still packs a real punch with those gorgeous florals. Even your different styles of your concept cards, these will look amazing with as well. So a lot you can be doing with this fabulous collection. Right, Mel, how are we getting on?
We're all right. I think we're benching now. Let's have a look, see where we're up to. See if we've got our foil. I might need a different pen because I don't know. Oh, no, look at that. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit down here. Oh, you little devil. What are you doing? I'm having a proper day today, aren't
I wonder if it's the heat.
Oh, I don't know. No, it might be. I just might have had the glue pen. Don't forget to type in Tuesday for you spin the wheel as well.
I've got long left.
Oh, that's not worked properly, has it? Oh, that's rubbish. Right, we'll try that again. We'll do that. I wonder if it's the card. Might be the card. I don't know. We'll have a play around with that. So what we'll do in the meantime is, let's see if I've got a pen so I can draw it instead. I think it might be that pen, because the blue ones, I think, I don't know whether blue or white. I'll try it again in between shows, and then at 6 o'clock today, I'll let you know, because I don't know whether it's the card or whether it's the glue. I think it might be the glue, because it looks like it's rubbing off a little bit. Let's just do this bit. So what we'll do is we'll do the piercing and show you that, okay, because this is super cool. How long have I got? Oh, 2 minutes. Do you know what? We're not going to show you the piercing, are we? Because we won't have time. Right, I want to show you this then. So this is what we did in the earlier hour. So we brought on the chrysanthemum and we used the half cut function. So normally we use that for vinyl or for scoring. So we made the card blank, which I've put somewhere, and now I don't know where I put it. Proper having a day. I'm saying it's a day today. I still like this every day. I don't know, I'm trying to kid. So this is going to sit inside the frame. Now you can add a little bit of ink to it and it really brings out the colour, but just as an extra detail in the background, you know, sometimes when you make a card and it just needs something else. This might be something else. Now you do need to use a good quality cardstock for this, because otherwise if you're using something that's really fibrous and layered, it will start to flick up the top layer of that card just because of the turning angle on some of the points. But that in the background with the frame that's foiled and pierced, and then your chrysanthemums up the side in colour, I thought would look really, really lovely. So we'll get this done in between shows, and then I can show you what this looks like. We'll put it together at 6 o'clock. But I am going to nail that foiling because it's annoying me now that that's not working. So come back at 6 o'clock tonight and I'll have worked it out. Either that, the foiling will be in the bin, but it's not the foiling, it's not the kit, it's something that's happening. I think that pen's an old one. I think that's what it is, and it's warm, to be fair. Right, so coming up next, it's David and I. through that wall. We've got a sale on creative kits. I haven't seen the prices. Genuinely, I haven't looked on purpose because I want to be as flabbergasted as you will be. But you won't find these kits anywhere else at these prices. We have slashed them. Something for you to take away with you during the holidays. If you're going out with the kids and they're playing on the beach and you want something to do, like a little bit of embroidery, something like that. Tune in for the next hour. We need to spin the wheel, Lily. You spin the wheel.
Right.
You give it a spin.
Come on,
Pick
then.
a winner.
Ooh, got a winner.
Have to be quick. Got 9 seconds. Spin the wheel.
Wendy Fair.
Wendy
you
Fair.
are winning number 7.
Number 7.
Number
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 150 points.
Woo!
Keep an eye out for a message from us, and then we'll give you all the details that we need from you. Right, I'm going next door. Thanks, Lily.
Right, it's been lovely.
See you in a bit.
See you later.